Hello and welcome to Soul Talk, and this is a pivotal moment series where I am getting to have a soul conversation with my beautiful co-authors from Pivotal Moments 101. And today we have got the beautiful and absolutely just gorgeous Willow Sterrick. So good day to you, Willow.
Hi there, Brenda.
Hi, lovely to have you here with us today. Do you just want to give, a quick hello, who you are and what you're up to at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So grateful to be here. Thanks for the interview today. And so I'm Willow, and I am a heart set mentor for ladies, and I work alongside nature and treat people in a holistic manner. So working with all parts of people.
Wonderful. It sounds very interesting indeed, Willow, and I'm sure lots of people will love to find out more about your work and work with you. So we're here today to talk about pivotal moments, and it's just been published, so it's really great. I think I'm able to hold up a copy today.
Oh, exciting. Yay.
So here we have, we've now got this book, so it's published, so we're now just about to launch it, and we're taking pre-orders. So what I want to know is, what prompted you to say yes to being part of Pivotal Moments?
Well, I've had inside me for a long time more than one book, and due to life and situations getting in the way, I've been putting it off forever. And when you came along with that opportunity, I thought, hey, do you know what? The gods are shining on me, and I'm going to be in this because it will fire me up to carry on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we know the book's full of courageous stories, and they're very inspirational. They give lots of hope. And tell us a little bit about your pivotal moment.
Okay, yeah, well, without giving too much away.
Yes, of course.
It's quite a big reveal in the book for me. It's something that some people know about me, but not everybody does. And it felt really important to me when I was writing my transformation to make sure that I got out the story that has been stuck in me for a long time, because A, I felt it was holding me back, and B, I think it can help propel other women forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so what would you say a pivotal moment is?
For me, a pivotal moment is where you just had enough of the situation you're in at the current time, and that nothing's working, nothing's in your life, and it's like all your demons and all your past comes up and catches you up, spin round on your heels, throw your hands in the air and just say, I can't do this anymore. And you make some changes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we've seen the book. How does it feel knowing that you are now a published author?
Do you know what? Up until the actual physical book was received, I was in a state of overwhelm, which a lot of the other ladies know, because I shared that in the group, because I'm a firm believer in if you don't share how you're feeling, it's not going to go away, it's not going to shift. And I shared that, and it made a massive difference. And then when I saw you with the book in your hands, I had tears in my eyes, I felt a huge amount of joy. And then I thought, do you know what, there's no going back now. So yeah, I'm just in a really good place, and I feel really empowered, and I feel taller. And
absolutely, yeah. That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I know this book is just going to springboard so much for you, Willow, and I know it will inspire you to go on and create your own book that you've already said you've got in you. Is there a little snapshot of your story that you could share with us?
Yeah, the snapshot I could share is that through what I was experiencing at the time, actually through that really dark time when all my demons were around me, that actually the people I met during that time restored my faith in human nature.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, it was a really difficult time, but actually it made me realise lots of things about myself, that there was a lot more to me than I was giving myself credit for. and if I put a little bit of self-worth and self-esteem into myself, that I would grow my confidence.
Oh, absolutely. And not only that, I would say it's not just confidence. Well, I would say it's soul confidence.
Yes, inner confidence, that inner knowledge, that inner knowing. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
So with pivotal moments comes realization, comes something that you learn about yourself. What would you say has been the biggest thing that you've learned from that pivotal moment?
For me, the biggest thing was learning to have a cheerleading voice rather than a sabotaging voice.
Wow, that's beautifully, cheerleading, absolutely. How does that sound?
Really good, because it's interesting, because I've just come today from a mindfulness meeting, part of the Recovery College in Buckinghamshire, and it was really good for me in some ways, but really difficult, because a lot of the talk was about these negative thoughts we had, and we were presented with this bit of paper with 30 negative self-sabotaging thoughts. And my question was, where are the 30 affirmations to go with this? Whereas the old me would have read all 30 and thought, oh my God, these are all my thoughts. But actually, every 30 negative thought are my old thoughts. And I've brought that bit of paper home, and I'm going to put it up on the wall with all the counteractive thoughts, which
absolutely
are positive.
Brilliant. So it's impacted on you in a way that creates a positive outlook in life, rather than looking to the negative that our mind can play on us with the monkey mind chatter that goes on.
Yeah, and now I listen to my heart and not my mind. My mind solves problems for me, but it doesn't run the show.
Oh, that's great insight. I love that. The mind doesn't run the show. I love that, Willow. That is really powerful indeed. And I know you'll use that in your own work. So what would you say to other women who've got such a story, and maybe they might want to be part of pivotal moments? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say, if you've got any fears and doubts about it, just go for it, because when you've got fears and doubts about things, that tends to be when it's the right thing to do. Because if you weren't having those feelings coming up in your body of excitement or fear, then it probably isn't for you. But if you've got that fear that, oh, do I want to reveal this to the world, or is it the right thing to share, then it probably is. And it will help others.
Would you say sharing your stories like a sense of freedom at all?
I think it is, because to me, sharing is essential, because if we don't share with everybody, we always tend to think when we're on our own. And for me, with my journey, the more I share how I feel with people, the more it shifts in me, and the more it helps other people shift, because they think, well, hold on, that lady's been brave enough to, or that person's been brave enough to. And then that helps them, inspire them to also find that bravery. Yeah,
absolutely. That's the whole point of pivotal moments. It's the ripple effect. Yes, we've got 33 women come together, very powerful. And I know when we're all in that room, the energy is going to be phenomenal. But it's the ripple effect of pivotal moments that's just truly going to go on and on. It's a legacy now. So one last thing, Willow, would you like to share with our audience what you're up to now and what's the next step for you?
Yeah, so for me, and just carrying on from that ripple effect, I get all my lessons from nature. So I used to read a lot of books, but now within my work, I go out with my dogs and walk in nature, and I find my answers in nature. So I was watching a pond the other day that was dripping. The tree was dripping into the pond, and every drip was causing a ripple. But what I noticed was each ripple that came across was not stopping every other ripple, and they were all rippling together in unison.
Oh.
So it made me think of us 32 women all rippling out and resonating into the universe or into the world, and each ripple wouldn't stop the other person's ripple. Because I think we tend to think, if we're going to share something, well, this has probably been done before, but that doesn't matter, because our stories are unique. So what I'm going forward with for me is continuing to connect to nature and bringing that into my client's life. So all my work isn't just about tasks and actions, it's about getting back into the nature of themselves and individually tailored to what they need in that moment. So yeah, it's changed my life, to be honest. So I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Wow, Willow, I'm actually quite moved from that story. That needs to be written down, that bit as well. That metaphor is just one that everybody can understand, and realise that we're not in competition with each other.
No,
we're
not.
here to support each other. We're here in life. We can all link arms. We can all go in all ways, and nothing interferes with that energy. That energy becomes collective, and it becomes more electrifying. And if people think we're putting in the breakers, and we're not breaking the energy, we're not.
It just flows.
My goodness, and Willow, and I do have to say for the audience is, you know, I spoke to you way at the beginning of this journey. It's taken a bit longer than we anticipated. I think it's one thing and another. So, you know, I've known you now for around 5 months, and I can truly say to the audience and anybody watching today that you have come such a long way. The woman I'm talking to today is definitely, oh sorry, I'm getting emotional. I'm the interviewer. Is definitely growing hugely. In that time.
Yeah, other people have noticed that as well. So earlier in the year, I took on a business coaching company, and I also started going around the shaman wheel. And then this came along. So I'm in various tribes with various people that all empower me. And without that, I don't think I'd have got to this stage so quickly. If I'd been doing all this on my own, it could have taken me 5 years, not 5 months. So yeah.
Willow, it is such a privilege and honour to be connected with you and to be walking this journey together. And I know this is just the beginning. We've got so much planned beyond the book. And so everybody needs to watch out, because Brenda and Willow are about to take on the scene, you know. It's going to be amazing, and thank you very much, and I look forward to connecting to you again. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us and part of your story, and I'm sure everybody will be looking forward to reading your chapter here, which is transformation number 6. Just let me read the title again. Do you know, can you remember?
I think it was Awaken and Walking in Wisdom, something like that.
It's like that, isn't it? It's called Awakened and Walking in Wisdom. You're right.
Yay!
Sorry,
what memory, eh?
So yes. So if you want to get a copy of this book, please see Willow. Find Willow, message her. How can they get in touch with you, Willow?
Okay, so I'm on Facebook on Willows Wisdoms 333. Or you can drop me an email at willowherbpark396@gmail.com.
Brilliant. And get your pre-orders in. I'm sure you'll see it all over the Facebook. Okay, much love. Until the next time, namaste. And thank you.
Namaste. Thank you so much. Blessed be.
Okay.
Bye.